So this is the William Optics RedCat 51. It's an apochromatic refractor lens. It's the miniature telescope I'm going to be using to photograph the Heart Nebula tonight. So this telescope comes with a focal length of 250 millimeters, which means that it also has an f-point of 4.9. It also comes with an aperture of around 51 millimeters, which gives it the name RedCat 51. It also comes with a built-in batten-off mask, which essentially allows you to tell whether you're in perfect focus or not by displaying diffraction spikes on small stars. So for the camera I'll be using tonight, I'm going to be using the Canon EOS Rebel T3i, which is astro-modified. I'll also be using a battery extension pack for tonight because when you're imaging long exposure images for 3-4 hours straight, you need a lot of battery. I'll also be using an intervalometer tonight, that way I can set up a series of exposures for my camera to automatically take, that way I can walk away while it takes all the images I need it to. To attach the intervalometer to the camera, you just plug it into the side there and then set a series of exposures and then you'll be ready to go. So because tonight I'm going to be shooting an H-alpha, I'll be using the Astronomic H-alpha 12 nanometer CCD filter. Basically what it is, it's a narrow band filter and it blocks out all light except for 12 nanometers, which usually appears in that red color. So as you can tell, that's why it really deflects. It almost looks more like a mirror right now, but really what it's doing is it's only letting 12 nanometers of light through right now. So basically to attach this filter into my camera, all you're going to do is you're just going to take off the lens cap and then you're just going to take the filter, put it in the middle, and you're really just going to make sure that it's locked in there, and then once it is, then you just attach it to your telescope. So this is where I'm going to set up tonight. I'm just going to get my mount set up right now, put my star tracker on there, and then get that whole thing running. It's about 7:30 right now, so not too long from now. So I got the compact equatorial mount set up and my tripod, so I'm just going to go attach my counterbalance weight with my RedCat 51 and just kind of give you an idea of what that would look like. I can't really show it at night because it's a little bit too dark then, so I'll just show you now. So this is the counterbalance weight with the telescope balanced on it. I have a star finder just to kind of help locate things. And all you do is you just kind of slide this on here. And then you just screw this in. And you just make sure that you are balanced properly. Here it's a little bit unbalanced, so I'm just going to fix that. And then it should be good. So then it just it tracks the rotation of the night sky so that you can get long exposure images. So that's essentially what this mount, this compact equatorial mount does. It's the Skywatcher Star Adventurer Pro. So another thing I love about this lens is that, or this telescope, is that like any other telescope, it actually has a T-mount adapter on the back. So if I wanted to take off this camera and put in another filter whenever, it would be really easy. So all you do here is you just take off this dust cap back there and you just put this on here. Until it clicks. So, and then you're good. So this is the general direction to where I'll be pointing it. So I'll see how that goes later tonight. So right now I just got it polar aligned. I got it aligned with the North Star, which is just up there. So I'm just gonna wait for it to get a little bit darker out. And then I will be pointing this towards the Heart Nebula, which is right over there in that direction. Yep, okay. So yeah, now I have everything that I got from last night. I have my light frames, I have my dark frames, my flat frames, and my dark flats. So I'm just going to download those into a folder that I have most of my stuff pretty well organized, and I already have it ready to go. So after this done downloading, you can see these shows you some preview images. Here's just a standard image that I have, unprocessed, unchanged. It's going through them, so these are the different images, and I just stack all these in Deep Sky Stacker, which I'll do in a moment. So right now it's just downloading all of them, and I'll cut to where that'll be. So it looks like I got all those downloaded now, so I'm just gonna find them here. Not that one. Yeah, so all the files are here. Here's all my light frames, all these ones. These are my flat frames, these red ones, and then these ones are my dark flat frames. And then I'm going to use the dark frames I have from yesterday, and the bias frames too, and then I'm just going to stack all those in Deep Sky Stacker. So I go to Deep Sky Stacker, and this is a bit of a diligent, it's a bit of a long process, so I won't go through all the details. If I did, that would be for another video, but I'll just kind of do a time lapse here of me stacking them in Deep Sky Stacker, and then bringing out the detail in Photoshop. So I just finished taking out any frames that might have satellites going through them or star trailing. There seemed to be only 2 that I took out, so that's good. I have about 4 hours of imaging to stack. I have all my calibration frames, and so now I'm just about to stack them, and I will see what that looks like after. So this is the final outcome of all these stacked images. I'm just going to bring this over to Photoshop, where I'm going to do a time lapse of me editing it there, because again, that's a pretty lengthy process, and that would be a video for, or that'd be an idea for another video. So for now, I'm just going to do a quick rundown of what I do in a time lapse. But you can really see that stacking these out brings out the nebulosity in H alpha specifically, and it's just gorgeous. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna cut to the chase here and just get down to it. So essentially this is the net or end results. I might make a few minor tweaks every now and then, or here and there, just to kind of cancel out some of that noise, but yeah, so you can really tell it really brought out the nebulosity a lot more. I think this was, here's the first one. Yeah, so there's, yeah, so here's a comparison with the two. And you can tell in this image, just the really fine details are just brought out so much more. But yeah, so that's pretty much how that's done, and I'll get my end product out here right away.